In the heart of a quiet forest, where moonlight painted silver paths between the trees, lived a curious little fox. Little Fox wasn't like the other foxes who yawned early, brushed their tails, and curled up in their dens when the sun went down. She was full of wonder, always asking questions like, where does the moon sleep? Do the trees dream too? What happens in the forest after bedtime? Her mother would gently nuzzle her and say, the forest rests, sweet little fox, and so must you. But one night, when the stars blinked softly above and the forest was still, the little fox's curiosity whispered louder than ever. She peeked outside her den and saw something strange. A soft blue glow danced behind the trees. Her heart fluttered. Just for a minute, she thought, I'll be quick, then back to bed. The air felt different, like it was humming a lullaby only she could hear. With careful paws and quiet steps, Little Fox tiptoed through the sleeping forest, following the glowing light. She pushed through the tall grass and gasped. The flowers swayed gently, not with the wind, but with music. Before she was in a secret meadow she had never seen before. It shimmered under the moonlight, glowing with soft blue and purple hues. Yes, music. Little Fox leaned in and listened. The flowers were humming lullabies, some high and twinkling like chimes, others low and soft like a whisper. Above them, butterflies with glowing wings floated slowly in the air. Are you dreaming? Little Fox asked one. A butterfly landed gently on her nose and replied, in a voice like wind through feathers, no, Little Fox. You're the one who found the midnight meadow. Little Fox blinked. Is this a dream? The butterfly smiled, its wings lighting up like lanterns. This meadow only appears when the night is calm and the heart is open. All around, magical things were happening. A circle of dandelions danced quietly in rhythm. A family of snails glowed gently as they crawled across a glowing log. Fireflies blinked in patterns that looked like tiny stories floating in the air. Everything here is slow, gentle, and quiet, said the butterfly, now fluttering near her ear, because the night is when the world rests, and rest brings wonder. Little Fox sat down on the soft grass, feeling its cool comfort beneath her paws. But I thought night was just dark and boring, she whispered. A flower near her nodded its sleepy head. It only feels boring when you don't let it sing. Rest is its music. The butterfly began to tell her stories, tales of stars that danced across galaxies, of sleepy bears who dreamed cities made of honey, and of a snail who carried a poem in his shell. Each story was slow and gentle, like a soft song. As Little Fox listened, her eyes began to droop, just a little. And I was once like you, too curious to sleep, always chasing stars. Then, from deeper in the meadow, came a warm voice. Did I do something wrong, Little Fox? She turned and saw an old fox with a silver tail and kind eyes. Who are you? She asked, not afraid. It's the beginning of dreaming. It's the time when the world slows down so our minds and hearts can catch up. I'm the keeper of the meadow, he said. Little Fox looked down. He chuckled softly and sat beside her. No, little one. You followed your heart, and it led you here for a reason. What reason? Little Fox asked, yawning. To learn that the night isn't just the end of the day. The meadow quieted. The flowers sang softer now. Even the butterflies began to rest on petals and leaves. The sun peeked through the leaves, warm and golden. Her mother slept peacefully beside her. Little Fox felt it too, a calmness deep inside her chest. She curled up beside the silver-tailed fox. Will I ever see this meadow again? She asked sleepily. The old fox whispered, every time you rest your eyes with wonder in your heart, the meadow will return. And with that, Little Fox drifted off into the gentle sleep she'd ever known, listening for the hidden hum of lullabies in the wind. She dreamed of floating butterflies, singing flowers, and stars that whispered bedtime tales. When morning came, Little Fox woke up back in her den. For a moment, Little Fox thought it had all been a dream. But then she noticed something. A tiny glowing petal curled near her paw. It shimmered with the color of moonlight. She smiled and tucked it under her pillow. From that day on, little Fox didn't fear bedtime. Every night she curled up with a smile, because now she knew something very special. The night is not empty. It's full of quiet magic, waiting for hearts that believe. The end. Sweet dreams, little listener. May you find your own midnight meadow tonight.